Tom
Freda, how are you?
Kevin, great to see you. And I've got to say, congratulations on the film because it's a complete one-off.
No, thank you very much. Thank you.
So,
good.
Thank you.
Tom, the idea of Nicolas Cage playing Nicolas Cage is so brilliant in its simplicity, but I wondered how difficult it might have been to balance the whole concept of the film and with making sure that you, if you like, honored his amazing career.
Well, yeah, that was the thing Kevin and I talked a lot about. We wanted the movie to present as like a celebration of Nick's career. But, you know, the idea of an actor playing himself, you know, warts and all, was like it was a difficult one. And I think the most interesting moments for us were when the real Nicolas Cage would come out and he would talk about things that would happen to him and he would push them through the Nicolas Cage character. And that to us was sort of the most fascinating, kind of hardest to manage challenge, but like I think was the most rewarding in the end.
So Kevin, were there any of his movies that you really wanted to include but just couldn't fit in?
Oh, that's a great question. You know, we had packed the script with as many references as we could, right? For me, The Rock is my favorite, Con Air, Face Off. But as the project kind of went on, Nick started getting comfortable, started throwing in references. And in kind of the last scene of the film, he throws in a great bit from The Wicker Man where in The Wicker Man, you know, he goes, "Oh, the bees, the bees." And I think that was something we had kind of talked about, like, oh, maybe we could get the bees reference in, but weren't sure. But then Nick ended up, doing it himself and ad-libbing it. It's really funny. So
I would say I wish we had a Weatherman reference.
Oh, yeah, the Weatherman.
We'd involved, that's such an underrated Nick Cage performance.
So, Tom, I've got to ask this question. How early on in the process of putting this together did you decide that Wogan Cage might come into this?
that was in, like, we loved that clip. We always thought about it. But when Nick talked about it to us and said, I would like to play this version of myself, we said, why? And he said, because I look back on it and I find that human being so obnoxious. And I would just like the chance to live in that skin and make him the villain of the film. And I thought, so it was a suggestion from Nick. And so we had to weigh what was technically achievable, whether we could de-age him to that point, and then what Nick was interested in playing. But I mean, that clip is legendary.
I had to ask, I'm a Brit.
Of course.
Guys, thank you so much for your time. It's been great to talk to you. I wish we'd have had more time, but like I say, I love the film and I'm sure everybody who sees it will feel the same. So thank you.
Thank you so much. So nice of you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey You